Feature Friday.
The freshest. Some of the coolest things that I always talk about is how different singing in television and then singing in real life, like in live music shows, is. Because technically speaking, there are completely different techniques that you really need to focus on. But we're about to see one of the greatest vocalists, in my perspective, my humble opinion, do both. Go, girl. The beauty about Filipino television when it comes to music live shows is that they are quite raw with their approach of music is music and we're not going to alter it. And I love that. I love that it's really well compressed, it's really well equalized, but there is no post-production whatsoever. The little growl, the little grab that she was on the television part of it, you hear that little grab into the note? In this version, you're not hearing it because it's not amplified by the equalization, but it's happening, obviously. She loves a good E5.
I think the crowd loves an E5 naturally.
It's just because E is such a beautiful note. Whoa.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I think she's better live.
She sounds so much clearer. There's so much is happening in that show.
Dude, that is sensory overload, that
Yeah,
fucking
that is.
performance.
There's so much happening there. Okay, that one is actually so hard because the progression to the F5, it's so overly complicated.
That is
and
brutal, this one.
in the live show, it's actually harder to understand what's happening. Obviously, she has an ear, so there is guidance, but so what we hear in television is what probably she was listening to in the moment anyways. But from an outsider perspective, if you were watching that in the moment, you would have been like, what? These are the WTF moments in real life, you know?
Yeah, dude, I think she's way better live than like if you watch it on television. And I haven't even seen her live yet. I've just seen her through telephones. I'm mental. That's nails.
Yeah, it's a difficult run up. No, that she struggles, but you know. It's so much more impressive to see it in
Yes,
real life. Oh, look.
Inigo.
Inigo Pascual.
Mr. Actor.
Mr. Cool Guy.
Mr. Hollywood.
Go Inigo.
Banging. Yeah, I wish other sort of networks and stuff like that from all over other parts of the world would sort of take note of this. I know the problem with doing it in this manner, the way sort of the Philippines does it with, like, you know, Filipino TV, is that you essentially have like too much risk. You're taking way too much risk. And also,
Do you need this caliber of performance overall, though?
and also, like, the bigger the artist, the more bollocks are involved, like their image, and then like the publicist might not like it, the team might be like, do it again, you know. And then it's like, bro, that's not what live music is. This is what live music is. It's one take, you sing that shit, and then there's a live crowd, and that reaction's real. It's not chopped up from different moments, and it's not aided through like pitch correction or super mental equalization after. It's this, what would you call it? It's the closest representation of what it's like to see them perform live. That's what the television performance should be, rather than an enhanced version. It shouldn't be enhanced.
It just takes away. I speak about this often whenever I see, whenever I'm encountered with it, but it takes away the humanity aspect of it. Like, music to me is the maximum expression of being human, and we're flawed.
Sometimes it goes good, sometimes it goes
bad. So people have bad days. People are experimenting with new things. They're learning new techniques. Or
that's why I like comedy so much.
It's such a like, the humanity aspect of it all is so important to me when it comes to elements of music, because it's not just the artistic representation of what emotions are, but it also is how we feel in that precise moment. Right?
Different industries, different sort of things going on, and each industry has their own way of doing things. But I just wish, as a person, like personally, and then as a musician, it's like I wish other networks would
this was more popular in terms of like something that every television network strived for. My God, but what?
She's new. I don't recognize her.
Oh, Mr. Martin.
Oh, they had violins, they have strings and everything. People stand up.
The sound is so polluted naturally, though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's so much more shocking to watch it.
Wow, that really came out of nowhere. Also, she really set it up beforehand.
Well, because it comes out of nowhere.
Is that Gary?
Yeah.
Gary. He knew. Jesus.
Oh my God.
It's crazy as well how the crowd knows like how impressive what she just did in that section was.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They're so well educated in that sense.
Yep.
That's actually kind of ridiculous. No one would clap. Like in different audiences, I don't think anyone would be that impressed at that section. They'll be impressed at climaxes and stuff, but not at
That's specific,
exertions.
like it's again, it's vocal dynamics.
It's like if you know, you know.
It is, but I think it's because if you have any type of like understanding how difficult it is to reach a specific note and sound a specific way, which you learn doing karaoke.
Yeah, or just saying it's not karaoke, it's just singing and hanging out with your mates and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's because they've all kind of tried these sort of classics and they've tried these sort of songs, and then people are like, oh, that bit is impossible.
And even if it's not a song that's popular and they're just popularizing it because of these performances, like how we see it like with Ella Ninfa, the phenomenon of like, you look wonderful tonight. The song wasn't popping
Dude,
anywhere.
that
like,
cover has like 10 million fucking views.
she popularized it again,
With
like
Martin.
in
ASAP.
ASAP, right?
Yeah.
So the idea of having something that is already been done reimagined, it's already a hard
With
concept.
Arthur Neri in the drums.
It was not. This is false information.
Does that belong to the zoo? What is
No,
it?
I think it's December album.
December
but I'm
album.
not sure. Ooh, that's hard. Ooh, you know what's hard about that? You know what's really tough about that? That G5 actually is not is not a note with resolution. You're actually just before finding resolution. So it was either the G sharp that was going to find resolution or the E flat. But it's not It's not. Yeah, try again. You see, it's not resolution. Oh, it sounds so much better in real life. This blew me away.
Oh yeah, gusto ko na bumitaw.
It sounds so much better in real life.
What's she got in her neck? A little iPod or a oximeter or something? What the fuck is that?
I don't actually know. Ah.
Oh, with oh,
Oh my god.
the ladies. What's that? Fourth Impact.
With Fourth Impact,
Yeah.
they're also beasts, bro. They're vocal beasts.
Oh, the, it's funny how even in their mannerisms, because they've always all learned how to anchor, and technically they always, even like that's their cue. You know what I mean?
It's just, again, I think she's the perfect example. If you got, like, you really want to understand.
That's how you anchor, guys.
No,
Go
that's
like- go
not.
like-
No, don't do that.
Ha! You know, like-
No, it's actually under. You anchor underneath, not.
It's like when you're trying
Like
to flex
here.
your back, yeah? When you're trying to
Like
show the
here.
Dorito.
That's actually a really cool. But just relax your shoulders in the process. But yeah, that's.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Don't stick your neck out, but sounds like a goat. But yeah, honestly, if you want to learn technique, I know I say it all the time, but watching Regine full body videos when she's singing, not like the close-ups where you're like getting her chest, like, and like the head and stuff, like, you have to look at the full body pictures, okay?
What?
Because they really, you are really seeing physical anchoring, you are really seeing breath control at play, you're really seeing a physical engagement of the body. So if you were just to emulate what they look like when they're doing the hardest parts of the song, or how they approach the singing beginning parts of the songs without hitting the climaxes, you can really get to an outstanding level of understanding technique, because it's so textbook how she does it. And mind you, you have to watch the videos where she's standing, not the ones where she's sitting down, because that they don't make no sense, okay? I don't know how she does it. But these videos when she's
That was
standing,
KZ. Damn, what the fuck are these videos, man? How'd you get them?
his ass up, baby's ass up.
You know, KZ. I think that's
Morissette.
Maury. These two, I don't know who they are.
I can't
Correct
tell from
us.
the back.
Too fast. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, okay. Yep. Oh, look at those dresses.
Too much, man. Yeah, this is
Ooh,
the
that's
risks.
hard.
Yeah. Jesus.
That's actually quite difficult because she
Because?
wasn't belting that. She wasn't belt. It wasn't full belt, and that's the
Full
reason.
belt.
Which is the reason why she kind of changes the modulation towards the end, because she didn't find the complete anchoring there. towards
A
the end.
lot of the times,
So
like
hard, bro.
people, you know, I've always said this is like power vocals and stuff like that. They obviously have their time and their place.
Yes.
I think what good singers are able to do, apart from their technical capabilities, is are able to make harmonious music and music that's streamable, music that is, you can hear it all the time. And that's why Regine Velasquez has been so sort of has had such a long career. But these are, I think, the wow moments that, technically speaking, are awesome. I actually think, like, if you were to ask someone who are some of your favorite Regine Velasquez moments, they're not necessarily the ones where she fucking hits a 7 million.
Do you know which one is like one of my absolute adored videos of Regine? Is either the Dadalhin video, which is like sitting down and she's like just living her best life, or the Icao in Spanish version, because she is also sitting down living her best life with absolutely no regards for
these songs
for the world.
have good climaxes, and they have very insane sort of vocal runs and vocal blemishes and things like that. Big exertions, Ballet covered the Icao one, right? But in Spanish. So it's like we had to really look closely and dissect like the anatomy of Regine Velasquez as a singer in order to create a cover. But
and can I just say, conclusion is impossible, but
yeah, you can't really replicate that stuff. But I think the best bits and the most special bits of Regine Velasquez, to me, are not these moments. They're the moments of, like, the song she sang 2 weeks ago when we checked out that song.
Yeah.
Soft, breathy Regine is fucking special.
Yeah, the Johnny Mitchell cover.
Dude, come on, dog.
Yeah,
that to me is what makes her special. That she can not only do this, but she can do that.
I think that's what makes her even more impressive to me. Her ability of modulation. That's why I also love Lea Salonga, because is the ability to connect emotionally with the technical approach that is so impeccable.
It's the para bim boom bam,
Did you get it?
Oh, what the
oh my God.
it's like,
that's
why?
just wow. That's just overall, it's very hard. Put that back. Also, just think about what the freaking everybody's working so hard. What song is that? It's mad because everybody's doing like God's work here. It really is like a freaking workout towards the end. And not only because she's doing like a C6.
People are saying here, like, in other words, her live performance is heavier, more resonant, and more powerful than the broadcast version. Well, of course, I mean,
I also feel
I wouldn't
like
say it's more. I don't want to say it's heavier. Definitely more resonant because it's just acoustics, the acoustics of the room.
Correct.
Rather than the equalized, compressed with limiters and stuff. But what's super cool, I think the biggest takeaway of this video to me is the fact that, like, Filipino television doesn't it's go-to to me. It doesn't play to the normal rules of television in other parts of the world when it comes to music.